Hey everyone, welcome back to High Console Customs. Today we've got a very interesting hilt. This is a Korbanth LS6 with the Gullwing feature. Now it's a very unique looking hilt. As you can tell, it is heavily weathered. This is a combination of bronze and black spray paints just applied and wiped off and reapplied until I got the look that I wanted. Also, one thing you're probably noticing is that it's got the hero control box and neck, but with the V2 booster section. So that's a very neat feature. I thought it was just a nice little combination. It was really cool. So let's start with the specs. It's installed with the NeoPixal version 4 with 3 custom sound fonts. We'll get to those in a second. Moving on up, we've got a Goth 3D chassis with the Gullwing. So a nice crystal chamber in there. We've got a 18500 battery. I'll explain that again in a minute because there's a special reason why it's 18500 instead of 18650. Moving on up, then we got Tri-Cree green white LED with a custom blade plug too. This was made out of the static emitter that came with the kit. So there's your LED, the custom heatsink from the custom Saber shop. So only thin wall, 1-inch thin wall blades is what it takes. Got a hidden blade retention screw right there. So move on down. The reason I use 18500 battery is because of this neat little feature here. Using a NeoPixal connector to eliminate any loose wires that could be pinched or crimped from the grenade reveal. It's not so much important with the Gullwing design because you don't really use this, but because the LS6 has this feature, I thought it was necessary to incorporate that. So we'll move back on down to the booster section here. Got your recharge port right there, and then I'll include this little adapter that you just plug in to your recharge port and then just plug that in. So neat little thing. Then a neat little feature that I came up with to access the SD card. Just unscrew that. This comes off. Window right there for your SD card. Thought that was a cool little thing that I came up with instead of having to remove the speaker, which could loosen the wires and possibly damage it over time. So all you need is just like a pair of tweezers or something to access the SD card. And you just tighten that, not too much, so you can still have the twist function. So let's go ahead and fire it up. The
force is strong in my family.
These are illuminated and painted. These are both working switches. The NeoPixal only needs one switch, so only one of these will work. But both of them work. They're both wired together, but it doesn't matter which one. They're both wired. So this comes off. Expose the LEDs. It's just wiring, nothing too fancy in there. And then there's magnets that just hold it on. Just hold it in right there. And then, so let's go ahead and fire it up. So there's the crystal. Nice and bright. And another feature of that NeoPixal connector, so when it's turned on and that comes up, it breaks the connection. So it'll still be on, but the LED will be off. And then just lock it back into place and it comes back on. So that is super bright. clash on clash. So let's go ahead and cycle through the fonts now.
The rebellion is reborn today. The war is just beginning. And I will not be the last Jedi.
So it's a neat Last Jedi font. As is this one. This one's old sounding, like Saber's been through a lot. It fits the weathering really well.
The force is strong in my family.
This is the one we started on. So now both of these switches work as I said before, so. As you can see they're linked together, so they both work. These accent LEDs are wired up to the power indicator on the soundboard, so they'll go off after 5 minutes once the Saber kicks into deep sleep. The crystal is wired up to the main blade, so when the blade kicks on, the crystal will go on, which is a neat feature. I thought it was really cool. That's pretty much about it. You got your D-ring here. It's lined up in the right spot. That's pretty much about it. I think I went over everything on this Saber. This is a real nice piece. I'm really happy with how it came out. See you guys next time. May the Force be with you.